Ah, summer. Oh, that feeling of being out on the water, or maybe the back porch with an ice cold drink in your hand. Maybe it's lemonade, iced coffee, or sparkling water in your favorite emotional support cup. Just enough time to take a breath, maybe crack a smile, and get a little boost that will help you today as a leader. Welcome to the vibe of the Joyosity Summer Sips. So, whether you're a seasoned leader, you've been here a long time, or you're just figuring out what Joyosity podcast is, or a new leader kind of figuring out your way through the chaos, you belong here. And we base all of our work on three bedrock beliefs. Number one, true leadership requires more than surface level strategies. It requires a profound commitment to everything that makes us human. And number two, using genuine curiosity, we can create positive culture with complex people because, listen, complex people are all we got. And number three, joy is the heartbeat of a healthy leader and a healthy organization. So we put joy and fun and play right in the center of our work. I'm Jenn Whitmer, international speaker, leadership consultant, author, and all-around joy bringer, hosting you and guiding us along the way. With my co-host and podcast producer, Shelby Merriweather, we're serving up short, refreshing episodes this season. Just a conversation between Shelby and me that highlight what we learned over the 24-25 season of the Joyosity podcast. Each summer sip is just 8 to 12 minutes long, perfect for your walk, drive, or your morning pick-me-up. So be sure to check out the show notes for the full episodes if you want to dig in more what the full month was about and get a little boost for your leadership in this summer season. And if you want to keep practicing with joy while you're waiting for my book Joyosity to come out this fall, join the Joyosity Works very important party at jennwhitmer.com/books. That's Jenn with two N's, jennwhitmer.com/books. You'll get my 5-minute Friday videos that are quick, practical, and full of joy-fueled leadership tools that you can use right away. So now, grab your icy glass and let's take a sip. And then we moved to January with Jade Simmons, who is just always phenomenal. And we talked about purpose and oh my gosh, so many good things come from, I know she's just phenomenal. And so Jade is a concert pianist, a keynote speaker. She is like Missy Elliott and Rachmaninoff rolled up into a nearly 6-foot Black woman who is just with spiky hair, and she's amazing. I just adore her. And her famous quote, that we use all the time, I use all the time talking about purpose, is that purpose isn't what you do. Purpose is what happens in other people when you do what you do. And you just kind of like, everything can come from that. There's so many things that come from that. I just think it's such a powerful reminder of the way that we live, that we are connected, we're with other people.
And I love, like, Jade she's just one of those, like, magnetic, like, confident people that just, like, when she's in the room, you're just like, what is it that she's got? That's cool. Like, she is a cool person, and you can just tell that across the room. Like, I felt that from just, like, sitting across the room from her, you know what I mean? But I loved how open she was to all of the experiences in life, and she talked about that a lot, about exploring lots of different options and, like, not attaching yourself and your identity to your career, to like to things that change, right? It's kind of like figuring out your purpose doesn't mean you're figuring out your career. It means you're figuring out like your purpose, which is bigger than that. And being okay.
And it takes exploration.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And that exploration, I think you were saying something about the exploration part that was really important to you with kids.
Yes. Because I loved that she spoke about how pretty sure she played like 2 sports and also was in the band and like all of the things when she was a kid. And it's funny because like I have young kids and everybody wants to know what they already are now. Like, oh, are they going to be baseball players? Are they going to like, like basketball, like, what's their sport? Like, what's their thing? And it's like, hold up,
Mhm.
like, they got a whole life ahead of them. Like,
They're
how
5
do we
and 3.
how do we just let them figure it out kind of thing? And
Yeah.
so I loved hearing from somebody who was allowed to have all that exploration and kind of like figure out what worked and what she liked through each of the things, was a really good reminder for me of just like allowing people to explore and
Yes.
change things and be different and not fit people into boxes because
Mhm.
most of my favorite
Yeah.
people don't fit in boxes. So
Right? Well, I think none of us do. We just
no,
feel like we're supposed to. The
yeah,
other thing that I think was so powerful about Jay's conversation is that none of it is wasted. You
yes,
know, that 3-month stint trying to do basketball as a
yeah,
high school junior, not wasted.
yeah,
You know, or that 6 my husband had a 3-week job right when he graduated from college at a place called Valpak, which, you used to get, like, mailers full of coupons. There were, like, 50 coupons, and so he was the person that went door to door selling the people who would put coupons in the Valpak. 3 weeks. He was like, "I gotta get out of here." And, but not wasted. Like,
right,
learned a so lots of great things, and sometimes learning what you don't want is
yeah,
actually just as powerful as learning what you do want,
yeah.
and that none of our experiences are wasted if we're willing to see them in connection with what we're learning and what we wanna do.
And not
Um,
having any shame when it comes to things that didn't work,
yeah,
right? Because,
yeah.
I see that a lot of people trying for things that don't end up working out and they don't wanna talk about it, and it's like, "But wait a second, like, that would help if I
Yeah.
knew, like, more to that story."
Mhm.
So, yeah, I loved that she talked about that too.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons I do wins and wisdom with my coaching clients. I do it for myself too, but like on Fridays, like what were your wins of the week and what was the wisdom?
Mhm.
Because that codifying and reflecting on that, here's what I learned is how we don't waste those things
Yeah.
that I would rather not have learned it that way,
Mm.
but that is the way the lesson came. And so that wisdom is so important from there.
Yep.
Ah, all right. Now don't just nod along. Go do something with what you just heard. What's your one tiny action step? And make sure you check the show notes for the link to the full episodes Shelby and I were just talking about if you want more than just a sip. And get in on the Joyosity Works very important party at jenwhitmer.com/books. You'll get the 5-minute Friday videos straight to your inbox, quick, useful, and full of joy-filled leadership tools. So we will see you next week for another sip.